started to do the 1 day a month, how would it benefit everybody in the end? How would it benefit the economy? How would it benefit? Yeah, how would it benefit? What would be the reason for doing it?
Well, one is just a great party. You know, so it makes it a lot of fun, and it's a great engagement. It's very empowering to the community. Right now, people are producing and then they're giving it to a third party, and so they never really get the appreciation from direct market contact. In terms of the economy, twofold, and this was the point that I wanted to make and I kept forgetting. The first is that our product is food. And guess what happens to be the number one luxury item of the day? Food.
I thought you said what kind of food.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So food is food is the new iPhone. Yeah. So do you know how much it costs to buy an iPhone? If you go to Sprint or Verizon and get an iPhone, there's a brands. Oh, okay. Yeah. So in England, I'm assuming it would be the same. There's a monthly charge for a new phone. What is that charge? Do you know?
40, 50 pounds.
So it's in America it runs about $30 to $40, and you pay that once a month. So iPhone, the high tech, this was the big deal. Well, $30 to $40 is how much you can spend in a single sitting with food. So food is a significantly greater consumable. And people now have the top of the line phone and computer and TV and camera and car, and now food is the next big luxury item. And the best part is that Hawaii comes in at the very top of that market. We don't have to do anything for it other than not ruin that market mystique. Yeah. So, and it interfaces so well with what Hawaii is already. So this isn't like the old sugarcane and pineapple plantations where everyone was a slave for a couple men that exploited the name of Hawaii to monopolize the pineapple and sugar market. This is actually allowing the small farmer to finally take center stage. So that's on the one side. On the other is that Hawaii is going through a very serious economic transition. On the one side, we had tourism, and Hawaii had a mystique that they didn't have to worry about getting people to come and visit. The problem that we have today is all these old third world countries are now developing nations, and they are opening up new territories with these beautiful, pristine beaches that are bigger, generally or quite often nicer, with much newer hotels that can be as much as 50% less. So Hawaii's been selling the beach experience. We have growing competition in that market. Just as our hotels are getting older, they're getting expensive, and our beaches are beginning to wash away. So we need to find a new source of income. And we're saying that this export tourism is simple and obvious. They're already coming here. They already love Hawaii, and saying, hey, breadfruit just happens to be so much better for you than potatoes, and coconut oil many, many times healthier than soy oil is an easy. You're not having to sell. That's just part of the experience. So it's just a natural flow, a transition. Right now, Hawaii makes about $15 billion a year from tourism. That comes out to about $1,600 per of the 9 million, almost 10 million tourists that we get. So what that would translate into is somebody, if they went back home and they took the breadfruit and the coconut oil and the passion fruit drink and the sweet potato for their baked, what do you call it? Yeah, the sweet potato instead of the, so that comes out to about 25 bucks a week.
Okay.
So we can get them to take something Hawaiian made, 1 or 2 items a week. They will be providing Hawaii as much as they did in their entire stay here. So if we can get 3, 5, 8, 10, 15% a year of the tourists coming, converting over to the Hawaiian style, it will be able to provide a supplement and probably will be the replacement. It should be able to match 15 billion.
Okay. And how are we going to do this? How are we going to get, are we just going to have more locals in positions where we can find them? Because I do find actually when I was in Waikiki, I didn't really see any locals or anything. Is your kind of idea to try and find ways of getting local Hawaiian businesses more seen? And how are you going to do that?
So that's what the party's about. You have that one day. We hope that that will give us $6 million. That should be a nice budget, and then we can go and hire the media, hire the celebrities.
Yeah.
Do you know who Jason is?
Jason?
From the Aquaman.
Oh yes, I love him. Yes.
So, we might be able to get a celebrity like that.
Yeah,
I mean, he likes the local farmers, he's all about Hawaii.
Yeah,
it would be hard to find a better, mascot.
Yeah, he's helped with the mountain, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and so I think, have him lead the charge and say, here's the gifts of the Hawaii people, and here's the gifts of Hawaii.
Yeah. And,
I mean, what tourist would not want to be part of that party?
For sure.
So that's what the American Shopping Party is. So the American Shopping Party is just one of the 10 points. So point number 1 is export tourism. Marketing point 2 is the Hawaiian style. Marketing point 3 is celebrity craftsmanship. And then the centerpiece of that is 1 day a month. And we ask people to take a small a 6-point pledge. And you tell me if you think that this is something that you would be able to do if you lived here. Would you be willing and capable, could you buy something locally made 1 day a month?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun and easy.
Where would you recommend going? Because is this what you're going to advertise? Because I've seen places like Down to Earth, which is really popular. Do they find local foods which are?
I'm not going to find them.
Yeah.
We're not going to find them. You are. Do you remember how?
It's about asking questions.
Can you show me your locally made?
Yeah.
You go into the store, you and your 3 friends, they have 4 people. If it's 4 people, we only need like 5 groups like that. Yeah. We're up to 20 and 30, 30 people asking. You go into Down to Earth, if 30 to 40, 50 people, do you know how proud they would be to show off their locally made?
Yeah.
So you're the outreach.
Okay.
So, but then we'll have a $6 million budget, so we'll be able to go around and put together an infrastructure. Then the other one is, so buy locally made 1 day a month, ask 3 friends and family, ask a store, show me your locally made. That's pledge number 3, pledge number 4. Wear something locally made.
Yes.
So I think what we'll end up with is it's all the little trinkets, the hats and the sunglasses, and so all those little things. And that's what the majority of our small businesses are right now. So they'll have 1 day where somebody's going to. And then make something locally made. Okay. Make a lei, plant a tomato, draw a picture, sculpt a tomato. And then last but not least, $20. So $20 times 300,000 people is 6 million. So that keeps it simple. So that just gives you an idea of, back to the point of, a spiritual perspective just has a way of simplifying things and making things light and easy and fun. Definitely. That is the definition of Lord goodness.
Because I find that there is, when we buy something from this country and that country and this country, there is quite a big, I don't know, big baggage it feels like we carry sometimes, like when we have such a broad, from everywhere. It's not as kind of simple or present, really, is it, when we don't have something which we know where it's come from, and we trust where it's come from as well. Like we can't really understand the transportation of, if this has been frozen or if this has been like handled by 100 people or anything, or
So in a word, you're talking about the integrity of the product.
Yes, definitely.
So there's a growing infrastructure to provide that integrity, but like we had mentioned before, once we introduce conscientious consumption, integrity becomes the hottest ticket. So now, international brands, for the speak of local, will be able to come and say, no, we can guarantee the integrity of our product. So this isn't a negative of saying don't do something, and we don't even like to necessarily talk things down.
Mm.
Our focus is to celebrate the positives and the gifts that we do have, and the wonderful people that are providing those. But in doing so, it will raise the integrity level across the board for everything else as well.
Yeah.
So instead of having a race to the bottom, as they say, it will now be a beautiful rise, to something much better.
Yeah.
So what is your general feeling of what you've heard so far?
It sounds really wonderful. Like I never really thought about locally made. I just was more focused on organic, vegan foods, organic foods, or just not from the big brands basically. But now I really think about how important it is to get locally made, because it just feels so simple. Like we just keep what we have here, and it's just a lot more easier. It's just a lot more kind of gentler. So I really think it will help.